Hello everyone, and it's been a long time coming, right? It's been so long since we have met each other here on Golden Finds behind the Hutch. Well, it's time for a quick reveal of the 4th of July themed Hutch for this year for 2026. It's very simple, you guys, this year. I didn't want to overthink it. I didn't want to stress myself with placement of items and thinking, does this looks better here? Is this missing something? Should I add more to it? It's very plain and simple, so I hope that you guys enjoy the Hutch for today's reveal. And as always, I hope this inspires you in some way to go to your local thrift store, see what you can find to either change into something else. You all know how I am such a pusher on taking items from the thrift store, and you have to go with an open mind. As always, go with an open mind to see how something can be and use it for something. It doesn't have to be necessarily for what it was meant for. You know, you can use a lot of items for decor and not only on certain holidays. 4th of July, right? Red, white, and blue. You can use red items for Christmas. You can use blue for like maybe spring, and just the list goes on and on. You have so many options when it comes to decorating, and you don't have to limit yourself to only using them for one time of the period. So as always, I hope you enjoy. Make sure you're subscribed and you hit the like button. Make sure you guys also drop a comment down below letting me know what did you think of this year's Hutch reveal for the 4th of July season. And everyone from the Golden Finds family, me, Joe, and Bella all wish you a happy 250th anniversary of the United States, when the Declaration of Independence was signed and we became our own country. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video as always, and let's go ahead and talk about what is behind us on this Hutch reveal. I have always stressed that you don't have to put a lot into your Hutch or any other decorated space. You can always start out small and then add gradually when you are, finalizing your look. It can be very stressful when you see a lot of things out and you're like, where do I put this? Where do I put that? Does this look better here? Will it look better on this side? So it can be very stressful, but the whole point of decorating is having fun, enjoying the moment, inviting someone special to come in and also help you with your decorating. Or if you're one of those that has to have absolute control like I do, then you're on your own probably. But I absolutely love decorating the Hutch, and I was kind of, honestly, if I'm being very honest, I was kind of having a moment where this wasn't interesting to me anymore. I felt like, well, I don't feel like I was giving enough energy to it, but once I started placing items, and I wasn't even sure if I was gonna film this, you guys. I didn't know if I wanted to even do a reveal video. But then when I started placing these items and, going back and forth, referencing, do I like this here? Do I like that? I step away from the Hutch towards where my living room is behind you all, and I take a look at it every once in a while when I would place items on the left and the right or in the middle, and decide if I like the placement there. So it kind of drove me to remember, like, that drive I had in reignited my passion and my love for decorating the Hutch. It reignited when I started doing it because I was like, I really enjoy doing this all the time, and I just needed to remind myself that the love was there, the passion was there, and that it was so much fun. Bella says hello, you guys. Sorry about the barking, but that is the true nature of a golden, to be protective of its home. Someone was passing by on our pathway. We have like a pathway right here on this side of the dining room area, and there's a pathway, that people can walk through. So, you know, she should be in her protective self. So it reignited my passion again about decorating. Because I was really thinking, should I continue doing on the Hutch reveals and just wait until maybe the Halloween and Christmas season, because those are the ones that I'm really passionate about. But I decided no. Let me go ahead and do a reveal for the 250th anniversary, and show everyone what I did, because I do truly enjoy this. And the biggest part for me is that you get the inspiration to decorate your home, and that you can see the items that have been collected over the few years that I've been thrifting, and see how I actually place them and use them. in my decor, and to give you guys that inspiration to go out there and also search for those treasures that can bring that happiness glow into your home. You can definitely thrift on a budget and decorate your home with a lot of secondhand finds as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this whole reveal of the hutch. I know you guys are waiting patiently to see what exactly it is that we have placed here. A lot of these items you have seen if you've been with me for the long run. Many of these may be new to you if you have just joined in on the channel recently. So I am gonna go ahead and turn you guys around and give you a quick glance at all the sides, the middle, and explain some of the stuff that is on there. So again, this year I really wanted to keep the hutch very, very simple. So I didn't overpack it with a lot of things. I think I have gradually decided that less is more is what I'm trying to say. Not overstuffing it, not that it's, there's nothing wrong with overdoing it or adding over the top, but I personally enjoy it more where you have only a few items on here and you're able to really take it all in and enjoy the items of what you have placed on, because sometimes it can be a little distracting when you have too much going on. But again, that is just personally my viewpoint, how I see it. Not that I'm saying that there's nothing wrong with having it being over the top, because that is absolutely okay as well. There's absolutely no right or wrong way when it comes to decorating, and I'm telling you guys this as my opinion. I don't think that there's ever a wrong way and a right way. If you like to decorate the way that you like to decorate, don't let anyone tell you otherwise, okay? You do it the way that you want to. So over here, we're gonna have this view right here. We're looking at the right side of the hutch, which I call the right wing. We have the Good Housekeeping July 1931 magazine advertisement cover that is beautifully framed. Now, I don't think this is exactly a true vintage piece. I know that it says July 1931, but it's not really from the 1930s. But I was so excited when I found this. I found this in Arizona at Goodwill. I think it's been like maybe 2 or 3 years that I found this back then, and I just knew right away, of course it had to be placed in here. This is absolutely perfect. It has the little boy holding the American flag, and I just thought it was perfect. Definitely the perfect piece. I really love finding Good Housekeeping images like this. We also had one for St. Patrick's Day, if you guys remember, for the St. Patrick's Day hutch. Then down here, of course, I'm still incorporating a lot of my Ray Dunn. We have the Let Freedom Ring bell. This, believe it or not, was actually a find from all the way from Hawaii. When we were in Hawaii a few years ago, I think it's been more than 4 or 5, we of course stopped at a TJ Maxx, and there was a lot of good stuff there. And they had a 4th of July clearance section, and I brought that home with me. And then we have the America Ray Dunn bird house. This is also a thrift find as well, you guys. Literally almost everything that you are going to see right now in the hutch is all thrifted. So we have the bird house here at the bottom as well. And if you guys don't believe me, a lot of the times I do leave the Goodwill tags on here, so they are constant reminders that you can always decorate your home with secondhand finds. So as you can see, it was $6.99, and I got this back in 2023. So I absolutely love blue. Blue is my favorite color. Over to the middle, we have this section at the very top right here with all of our beautiful thrifted finds. Many of you remember the little teddy bear that almost, it kind of has like a quilted look to it. All the fabric is like different colors, kind of made out to look like a quilted design, but it's actually all just one fabric piece. And then that was also an Arizona thrift find. We have this piece right here that is absolutely really cute. That also was a thrift find. We have our USA piece right here. I thought this would be so perfect here in the middle, or in the middle of the top of the hutch. And this was also a thrift find originally. I think it was from Home Goods. I don't think I have the tag on it anymore. No, but it was definitely a thrift find. It was such a large piece. I think this was also from Arizona, now that I think about it. Then we have our Hobby Lobby piece that was thrifted as well. Many of you remember this, the golden retriever sitting in the patio and the American flag right there. That is such a cute find. Of course, I love incorporating golden retrievers wherever I can because we do have our golden Bella. This was also a thrift find. This was from Goodwill. It says USA. I decided just to prop it up here like this in the corner. So this is just how it looks up here. Really simple, but super cute with the touches of the bears. Down here, kept it super simple. Just this Feed and Seed Briggs Bros Co. New Freedom, Pennsylvania box. It's supposed to be like a little, I think it has like a little handle. See, so you can kind of carry it. I think it's supposed to be for you to be able to carry stuff on here. I don't know if it held something. I know this is just decor, but it's supposed to be technically like something, you know, that you would be able to carry stuff in. A toolbox or maybe some milk glass carriers. Who knows? But of course, this is like I don't think this is actual true vintage. I think it was just made to look this way. Or I might be wrong. Maybe it's from the 80s or 90s. I'm not quite sure. I don't think it's 90s. But there's really nothing in here to tell me if it's like an older or just like a vintage inspired piece, but this was from Goodwill. It was $4.99. And again, this has nothing to do with 4th of July. If you guys can see the top section, this is all themed out, right, to USA and 4th of July-ish. But this works. So you can always find items that you can place for your decor. If, for example, 4th of July, your colors are primarily red, white, and blue. If you find something that's red, blue, or white, and it can work. Something like this, right? This is red. It goes with the color themes for 4th of July. So again, this is a great example of how you can grab items that don't necessarily have to be 4th of July themed, but you are able to use them because they are the primary colors of the season or the holiday. So this works perfect. I added just some faux plants. Again, these have been thrifted. These are thrifted pieces originally from IKEA, but those are I found them at Goodwill. This is new. This was just a bush piece that I got from Walmart. So I just wanted to keep it very, very simple again. Just add some greenery and that red box, which really stands out perfectly with the greenery. Down here again, keeping it very simple, we have our thrifted little piece right here, this wood kind of like tabletop decor. We have our thrifted basket. This was from Arizona, I believe. And then we have this piece as well, just a ceramic, what's supposed to be like a hat. This is actually supposed to be a planter, but I turned it upside down. Or normal position, right? Because this is how the hat is supposed to be placed. And then just decided to place it down here as decor. So again, you can use objects that are everyday items like a pot or a plant holder to use as decor. Very simple. You always have to, again, think outside the box. If you found this in the decor section, most likely you would find this in a section at a thrift store where there's going to be maybe like pots for planting or vases. Go in there, have an open mind about what you see, and if something like this comes around, then you can definitely, you know, use it as decor. So again, just keeping it very plain, very simple with the touches for the 4th of July. Then over here on the left side or the left wing of the hutch, we have our thrifted teddy bear. Now this normally is supposed to do like sound, but I didn't put any batteries on it. I just wanted to go ahead and place it as decor. This was also a Goodwill find. I don't remember if I found this in Arizona. I'm trying to think if it possibly came from there, but it definitely was a Goodwill find. Then down here, again, kept it very, very simple. We have our thrifted canister. I just removed the lid. This was originally from Hobby Lobby. It's giving very Ray Dunn vibes, so that's why I absolutely fell in love with it, because it combined so well with Ray Dunn. And then that was also a Goodwill find. Then we have our flags. These are aged, and they are looked to be I don't know if they were ever tea stained or if they're just true vintage and, you know, due to wear of years. But this was a set of flags that came together, and I found them, I believe, thrifted. Yes, they were thrifted at Goodwill, and a bunch of them came together grouped, and I just thought this would be so, again, plain and simple but perfect for the 4th of July season. And I just love how, again, the white pops with the red, white, and blue flags. Then down here, last but not least, this was also another Hawaii find. This was also from that same store where we were at in TJ Maxx. It was super hard bringing these back home, you guys, because I had to bring them into my carry-on bag. I also had a check-in bag, but I was not going to risk it with, bag handling. They were going to probably break. So I put these in my carry-on bag, and this was also another TJ Maxx find. It was marked down on clearance. It's a Johanna Parker piece for 4th of July, and I just thought it would look so cute and perfect for the hutch. Last but not least, we have the top section up here. I'll go ahead and give you guys a quick view of everything up here, and then I'll go back and talk about some of the items that are placed on here. Let's go ahead and talk about this corner right here. So these are brand new that I actually bought this year. They are from Michael's, and I got them when they were currently on sale. So always look out for Michael's, either if you're able to use a coupon or if you find things that are marked down because you're going to save yourself some dollars. You can also check out Walmart. You can also check out Dollar Tree. Wherever you can, definitely save where you can. And some of the ones from Dollar Tree do work very well. So definitely always keep an eye out. Thrift stores, you guys know I've always shown you. You're always able to find a lot of florals, a lot of stuff that's donated, a lot of these IKEA bushes, all thrifted from Goodwill that were originally from IKEA. And IKEA, they're like pricey, and Goodwill, I got a few dollars off from them. So always be on the lookout for greenery pieces if you're looking for your decor to fill your decor with. So we have our thrifted basket as well with some greenery just popped in there. I decided to keep the terracotta pots. Again, those were all thrift finds from Goodwill. I decided to add these, again, florals from Michael's right here, tucked into this corner right here between the basket and terracotta pot. I decided to insert more of those vintage flags that I've got bundled at Goodwill. I just propped them inside. We have the little metal tin case, kind of like those milk cases, or the milk tins that they would use. And I decided to add some of those Michael's florals as well in there with the flag inside. I thought that gave it a very kind of like farmhousey look. I still wanted to keep some of the farmhouse elements in the hutch. Although I am stepping away from farmhouse design, I still wanted to keep a little bit. Then we have our flag of the United States. So this right here, I do apologize about the glare, that you guys can see that glare. Let me corner it like this. Okay, so this is also a thrift find, believe it or not. This was originally from Hobby Lobby, and I did find it at Goodwill. It was such an amazing find, and I love, again, that it's giving off that vintage look. It is stained on the inside, and I absolutely love it. The weathered frame, it has like cracks and lines and chipped pieces here and there, so it really gives off a very weathered look, and I absolutely fell in love with it the moment that I saw it at Goodwill, and I knew that had to be our centerpiece for the hutch for this season. Then moving on to the other side, we have the rest of our terracotta pots that were also thrifted. This is new, just like the one in the bottom section. I got that from Walmart. We have more of those thrifted pieces from Goodwill, originally from IKEA. Of course, I had to mirror the same look and do the flags as well on this side. And then we have more of the red florals and also the basket at the corner right there, just filled in with some lamb's ear. Just to give it some pops of white as well, I added those florals, and those were originally from Walmart. So you get a little bit of everything with my hutch reveals. I have new, I have secondhand, Walmart finds, stuff from Goodwill, stuff from Michael's, and that is what is the best thing to do is you're always going to want to make sure that you look around for your best deal and see where you can grab pieces to add into your collection and use them for year round. Like these red flowers, I know they're not very Christmassy, but these could definitely work for Christmas. They are red. You can find a way, to still use them for the other seasons in the year. So that is basically it for the hutch reveal, you guys. I hope that you truly enjoyed this view and enjoyed everything that was featured in the hutch for the 4th of July season.
Made by the United States Marine Band for the Columbia Phonograph Company, Washington, D.C.
Well, that wraps up today's video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you enjoyed our time together as I explained everything on the Hutch themed out for the 4th of July for the 250th anniversary of our country here in the United States of America. Again, I want to wish you all a safe and happy 4th of July and that you may be surrounded by your loved ones. Don't forget to include your pets. I have always stressed that. Include them. Please be very, very mindful about your pets as well during the 4th of July season, as you know, many people do release fireworks, or even days after 4th of July, fireworks are still being released out throughout the days following the holiday. So be very mindful if your pets become stressed, if they don't like being around those noises. Keep in mind your pets, please, please, please. Like, I definitely have to worry about Bella. She does get very frightened by fireworks, so do we take the necessary precautions in order for her to be comfortable during that time? Because, you know, you just can't control the fireworks, right? But definitely keep them in mind, and I hope that you all have a fun-filled weekend. And for me, we are actually going to be, I'm not exactly sure what we're doing actually for the 4th of July. I am blissfully off for the 4th of July. Our job observes the holiday on the Friday because the 4th of July this year ends on a Saturday. So I have a 3-day weekend coming up, which I'm super duper duper excited for because of course I always like being off. Who doesn't, right? So I'm not quite sure exactly what we're going to do for the 4th of July, but I hope that you guys, again, have enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what were your thoughts of the Hutch, and if you decorated for the 4th. I would love to hear that as well. If you have a space in your home, or do you go all decked out in your home for the 4th of July season? I cannot wait. We are slowly but surely creeping up to the October season. I know that a lot of people are already seeing Halloween out. Can you believe it? It's so fast how things transpire throughout the year, and we think, oh, it's until next year. Boom, you're hit with it already basically being here, right? So I cannot wait for that. I have some planning to do exactly as to how I'm going to decorate the Hutch this year for Halloween. Again, I'm taking a mindful step in that direction where less is more. So I really want to sit down, brainstorm some ideas of how I can transform this for the 4th of July, for October when that time comes. So I hope that you guys again enjoyed this. Have a safe and happy holiday. Have some wonderful food. Spend some time with friends. Be very, very safe and enjoy that time with your loved ones. Until next time, you guys, this is Daniel from Golden Finds, wishing you again a happy 4th of July season. Bye, guys. I will see you back here for our next adventure.